Oh, the ego. We are going to chat a little bit about the ego. I was thumbing through some photos the other day, and I had taken a screenshot of, some, sayings and memes and different things like that. And I came across this one that, was, things the ego dislikes, and then a list. And on that list, of course, is stillness, vulnerability, meditation, oneness, acceptance, surrender, asking for help, looking inward, listening to others, opening yourself up to love, and looking beyond the physical. And I thought to myself, what a catchy list, but what does it mean? What is the ego? Why does it dislike? What is that all about? So I've been examining the ego, mine, others, the ego in general, for a long time. And I've heard things like, having an ego death, or ego is the enemy. And I'm certainly not an expert. Maybe I am, but I don't think I am. But what I've come to understand is how the ego and the mind interact with my brain and bully its way around, hijack my physical body, the sensations that I experience in my body, and basically gets what it wants, controls me, and has me live my life in a certain way. The primary weapon of my ego that it uses to do that is fear. And I don't know, maybe fear is actually the enemy. But fear is like so persuasive in managing to hijack what's going on inside of me and drive me. It works. It works really, really well. And the deal is that, I'm doing this to myself. I mean, I talk about the ego as this other part of me, or this other thing, but it's part of me, and so I have a part of me manhandling other parts of me in order to get its way. So what I think is important is that if we can manage to find the ego in the right place, then other parts of us, other parts of our brain, other parts of our mind can actually work together and cooperate in creating higher states of consciousness and more things about what we want. And so I know that it's impossible to, take my ego offline. And I'm not that foolish to think that that's what I can do and that's what I'm going to do. But I do know that it's possible sometimes. And I do know that it's possible that in those times that I do it, I can create little anchors in that existence that I can come back to and I can kind of check out. So managing that means dealing with my fear. And there are ways that I exist. There's our states of being that I exist, levels of consciousness that I exist, that are basically just about me surviving. And that's where the whole fear thing comes in. The primary thing that fear is present around is the need and the desire to exist. So if I'm not careful, my entire existence is just oriented around surviving. And I find myself in this loop sometimes where the thing that I use to prove that I exist is my pain. So pain equals existence, and then this is my reality. I'm sure you've been there. Maybe you're there. So what I actually believe is that my ego is a tool. Our ego is a tool. It's an important part of us. And it is me, but it's not the one conducting the orchestra. The orchestra that exists inside of me needs to be conducted by the maestro, the one who sees the big picture and understands music and how to tune and have all those parts of the orchestra in harmony. So if I'm not careful, my ego, though, would convince me that it's the one that should be running the show, and that it's the one that should get its way. So the exciting thing about this journey, this human experience, is it's about retrieving, my time and my energy and my existence back under my own management. Meaning that I live little short bits of time, maybe longer sometimes, where my ego is not the one calling the shots and running the show. So the opportunity I have for you, if you haven't already guessed it, is to take some of those things off of that list and hang out with them. Hang out with them and see what happens inside of you in this battle between a part of you being your ego and another part of you being the conductor. That's really the one conducting the orchestra. So of that list, a few of my recent favorites, and really more. I've done these for quite a long time, but the first one is number one is stillness. Is just sitting still, and meditation is on that list as well at number 3, and those may or may not be the same for you, but those are the things where we get to sit still. I get to sit still and be in observation of how it keeps trying to come in there. Lately, too, the last couple of years, what I've really liked to do is to number 10, which is to open myself up for love, receiving love, allowing that to be transmitted towards me, owning it, deserving it, yada, yada, yada. It's been a really, really amazing journey. And number 11, which is to know that I am not my physical being. And to do that by having practices that where I get to manage what I feel, and to know that what I feel is different than what my mind tells me I'm feeling. So have fun with this. Have fun. And thanks for your time. Have a great day.